Right, just to remind myself, it's the second video of this because the first time was a little bit of warp and slippage. I think we should put a clip on it, try and hold it a bit. But this is a lovely 7-inch 45 RPM flexible Lyntone record from the 60s. It's a reproduction of the 1920's 12-inch 78 RPM shellac records put out by the British Drama League, Devon. There we go. Abel Johns, Kelly and Devon. Standard passage, story by William Weeks, charm of the apple trees and two old prayers. Let's see if I can get it to play better for this one. I'll put this lovely, my special yellow paper clip on here, which I use for the mostly for the Goodsons and the Filmophone records to make sure they don't slip. It did do the trick on one of these before, so let's have a go. Put that in place. Let's get that in the right position. Right, I'm going to make another copy on the CDR.
So you see, I'd be right about that, mates. The little maid coming from the school over there, past the shipping. Now there her is, going down the road through the red gate, on the left-hand side of the lane. I say, the silly maid has gone straight up the door of the wrong house. Foolish chiel, what's her thinking of? Just where'll very like a chance to find that grumpy, shrivelled, deave old fella. Us all know he well enough, don't us? With the name of Thomas, isn't her? Well, he can't abide the children. Won't the rough edge of the old chap's tongue soon teach her not to do it again? I'll warrant he's a treasure. Look, see, isn't it true? See her scooting off, poor dear lamb. That's his tune, sure enough. Did he ever see such a sight in the world? Here comes the schoolmaster, too. Hark at the noise. Bill Salter and Jim Stokes has a tell. Where begins of asked Jim, stop a bit, what been such a hurry for? They say you've left your place. Is it true? Yes, 'tis true enough. Why, have you bothered me, mister, then? No, I haven't revolved out, tall. 'Tis the living so very cruel bad. That's the truth of it. Oh, so that's what time 'tis, is it? It only beareth out what us have always heard about the place. Don't you remember when us was boys, us used to sing over the coombe among the trees, 'tis barley bread and vinted cheese. Resty beggings at tops the thong, that's how coombe boys lives along. But that was in old Farmer Watts's days. I thought 'twas better there now. Well, you listen to me, and I'll tell you exactly how 'twas. I hadn't been there more than 2 or 3 days before, as bad luck would have it, they was forced to kill the old Garnsey cow. So Master sent me to town after a bag of salt, for Mrs. to salt me with. And then us had naught but salt cow to eat for 6 weeks. Just as us had finished that, you wouldn't believe it, but the old black sow died. So Master sent me to town for another bag of salt. And then 'twas naught but salt pork for 6 weeks. Well then, what should happen? But the old man's mother-in-law died, all sudden like. So Master, well then I thought 'twas time to leave. Old-fashioned ways. When my old father was a little tatter, all the folks on the farm would go over to the orchard on old Christmas Eve and pour a brave lot of cider from the roots of apple trees for to make 'em bear well. And they'd sing, here's to thee, old apple tree, mind you bud and mind you blow, and bring forth apples good enough. Hats full, caps full, 3 bushel bags full. Hurrah, hurrah! Boys, hats full, caps full, 3 bushel bags full. Hurrah, hurrah! This sure is what most of the old folks used to pray night times. Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, bless the bed that I lies on. Lower corners to me bed, lower angels lie disprayed. 2 to good and 2 to aid, and 2 to carry me when I'm dead. And when I'm dead and in me grave, and all me bones be rotten, the greedy worms me flesh will eat, and I shall be forgotten. Amen. The parable of the sower. A sower went forth to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the fowls of the air devoured it. And some fell upon a rock, and as soon as it was sprung up, it withered away, because it lacked moisture. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up with it and choked it. And other fell on good ground, and sprang up and bare fruit an hundredfold. He that hath yours to yours, let him yours.
That was lovely, wasn't it? Land of Sir Walter Raleigh. Maybe thirsty for a drop of cider now.